Perhaps the greatest trade deal ever made. That's the word from Donald Trump on Truth Social in announcing that the United States has come to an agreement, a trade agreement with Japan. And this new trade agreement has reciprocal tariffs for Japan for Japanese exports to the United States set at 15%. Now, this is down from the previously announced 25%. And if you look at an older video that I made explaining the fact that Japan had been paying the 25% tariffs on cars without raising the prices in the United States. So Japan had essentially been eating the 25% tariffs on cars. Now, cars are 28 over 28% of Japan's exports to the United States, and they're absolutely critical for Japan. So the other points of the announcement that Trump made is that Japan will invest $550 billion into the United States. And he said that that the United States will make 90% of the profit. Now, what I assume this means is that Japanese companies will make this huge investment, and it's probably going to be a number of companies, different parts of the supply chain, so that most of the profit from manufacturing whatever it is they're going to manufacture, probably cars and who knows what else, the profits will be kept in the United States. It's just the nature of manufacturing something in a country. Most of the profits will stay there. Now, companies do this, US companies do this abroad because the company can be profitable and still manufacture outside the country, have competitive prices, all that type of thing. So that's why US companies do it abroad, because the company cares about their own profits. All the money that's spent throughout the supply chain, they don't get that money anyway. It's spent on employees and wages. It's spent on building infrastructure. It's spent on the entire supply chain. But that is the reason why the United States wants these industries manufacturing back here again, because it is the value of that entire supply chain where all the money and high productivity and value add is created. Now, the companies that do the manufacturing, they only collect the value add at the very top, at the end of the supply chain where they sell their product. So it's not too much of a concern for the company itself. Anyway, to get back on topic here, Japan will also open their markets to US made cars, trucks, and agricultural products, including rice. Now, these are areas where Japan did not want to open their markets at all before, but I believe the fact that they had 25% tariffs on them and that their companies were eating these tariffs, they didn't know how much longer they were going to be able to keep that up. So they had to come to a more favorable deal for themselves. Now, this is still a very favorable deal for the United States with the 15% tariffs. That's going to encourage Japan to make more investments in the United States, to transfer the high value products, the high value add manufacturing to the United States. And this will provide Americans with better jobs. So Japan's Prime Minister Ishiba probably needed this win because they just lost the majority in the upper house in Japan. Oh, the other thing that Trump mentioned is a liquefied natural gas deal with Japan as well. So I'm sure they're going to be importing LNG from the United States. And this looks like it was received well in Japan. The Japanese stock market, Nikkei, popped 10%. All the Japanese car manufacturers are up on this news. And I'm sure it's because they're all breathing a sigh of relief that they only face 15% tariffs in the United States rather than 25% tariffs. So they're taking what they can get. And this obviously is the art of the deal. This is the best situation the United States could have. We actually will have open markets in Japan, something that we've never had before. And we'll still have tariffs on Japanese products coming into the United States. However, the Japanese have pledged to invest $550 billion in the United States for manufacturing. What could be better than that? Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, If you'd like to see more content like this, please subscribe to my channel, A Capital Idea, and I'll see you in the next one.